Hey everybody, I'm Spencer with Game Nerdz, and this is Q and Play, a show where I play a game with someone from the gaming industry and ask them questions. My guest for this episode of Q and Play has been designing board games for over 10 years and has been on development teams and contributed content for other games since 2005. You may have played some of his story-driven adventure book style games such as Mice and Mystics and Stuffed Fables. And now it's time to get to know a little bit more about game designer Jerry Hawthorne from Plaid Hat Games. Welcome to Q and Play, Jerry.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me, Spencer.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I'm excited to play this game with you. And the game that we are playing today is called Flyin Goblin. Just one, even though you actually are flinging many goblins. So in Flyin Goblins, we are the leader of a goblin army, so to speak, and we're going to be flinging goblins on this little flinger, this teeter-totter, and they all have different special abilities, and we're going to fling them into the castle. And depending on what room they land in, we might get some gold, we might get some gems, whatever, who knows? Some awesome things may happen, but the idea is to fling your goblins skillfully so that you either, the goal of the game is to get either 20 diamonds for a 2-player game, or to build all 4 pieces of your totem onto one of these little tiles here on the board. Jerry, are you skilled at dexterity games?
No, not at all. I have horrible dexterity.
That is the perfect requirement for playing a dexterity game. You do not need to be good at all. It makes it more fun if you're not.
I love them anyway.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. And since you love them and I love them and we're here to play a game, you ready to get started?
Absolutely.
All right, so normally you're supposed to just kind of like go as fast as you can, but because we want to like see what each of us does, we can take turns, at least for the beginning. So there are a couple parts, a couple steps to this game. The first is the catapulting. And everybody starts with just 2 basic goblins here. And you're going to fling them and try to get them into a room. And we'll see what happens depending on the room that they go in.
Can I fling them together?
No, that is against the rules.
One at a time?
One at a time. Okay. And here's a little tip from the rule book.
Okay.
If you want it to be more of an arc shot, you stand the goblin up. But if you want to be more of a direct shot, you lay it down. And that's going to give you a little bit more control. This is your play area right here. You can move your flinger, your catapult, anywhere in this area, but you can't go outside like that. If you miss, you miss. You don't get to use the goblin, but let's do it. How about a practice fling?
Sure, let's just get the flinging.
All right, you go for it. You do your first practice fling.
All right, I'm going to do my goblins sitting upright right
okay.
here. And
you overshot. Alrighty, so let me do my first. I made it. All right, so
you've been practicing.
What? Who would accuse me of that?
I know you've been practicing.
Go for it. All right, so you got the hang of it.
Okay.
I'll grab your other goblin here.
Okay, sorry about that.
No problem. Sure won't be the last time we have a stray goblin. Let's go ahead and do our first official launch. So again, as the guest, go for it. Do your first one.
Absolutely. Okay, here I go. Oh, that was just
yeah. You just kind of had a little bit of a twitch. Go ahead, do it again.
Okay, that's a mulligan.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna go over here then. I'm gonna just kind of there. All right.
So I'll do one. All right, that was my mulligan here.
Okay, there's your mulligan.
There we go.
Oh,
okay.
that was a good one.
Nice.
Gold.
And I'm gonna come over here and see what I can do. Woo! That was pro. That was primo. All right. So now we are on the looting phase of the game, and we're going to look into all the rooms we landed in and resolve them based on the abilities there. They have a little bit of iconography to help us know. Like, for example, over here, I get 1 diamond for my goblin, so I'm going to put that over here.
And I get 2 gold for this guy.
Will you get 2?
Well, it's a 2 gold piece.
You get a 2 gold piece. That's right. Okay, 1 token, but it's got 2. It's a value of 2. My next one is over here, so that's a 1 gold.
I got a guy right here that says -1 gold.
Oh no! What this one is you can
-1 gem.
Well, you can pay a gem to get 3 gold, which you don't have a gem.
I don't have any gems.
No worries.
I'll get some.
All right, so that is the looting phase of the game. And now we're going to move on to the recruitment phase. During the recruitment phase, we look over here, see what we can buy. And we have things, different little, you can add to your army. You can also buy pieces of your totem. But the cheapest thing I see over here is worth 3. And you have 2, I've got 1.
Yeah.
And a
Can I
diamond.
borrow that one?
You may not.
Okay.
I do not trust you to give it back.
I won't be buying anything.
Before we move on, I want to ask you a question that maybe people might be wondering. But when it comes to like designing games, how long has that been something that you wanted to do? Like, when did you start thinking, I like creating things for people to play with, that kind of thing?
I think it's always been a lifelong passion of mine. I've always just basically tinkered with every game that I've owned since I was a little kid.
Oh, cool.
Making up, house rules and stuff like that. And I found that that was pretty enjoyable. As I grew up and grew into an adult and stuff, I got a little more serious about tinkering with the games that I owned. I didn't realize that there was actually, that you could actually do this and make money at it. Or
like as a career?
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I was just doing it just for the fun of it. In late 2004, I had discovered this game called HeroScape in 2004. And I was, just really passionate about the game, and over the internet I got to know the designers of the game, and they invited me to become a playtester, and I just got in at Hasbro and just started really thriving in the environment of creatively tinkering with games.
That is so cool, especially like with your start being HeroScape. That's such a popular game. Like people love that game, and the fact that it's out of print, people lament that fact, and that's where you got your start. That's awesome. Let's go on to another round. How about that?
Absolutely. Let's fling some goblins.
So for my first shot, I'm going to do a arc, I think.
Okay.
See if I can go over the tower.
I'm doing a lazy goblin. He's laying down on the job over here.
Oh, too lazy. Little too lazy.
Not doing that anymore.
All right, he woke up. He needed some coffee. All right, go for it. It's still our second round. I'll let you do that one more time.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Oh, well, I got a lazy goblin too. So this is...
We both had a lazy goblin. I still have one to go.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Too lazy. All right, no, you do that one again. Do that one again.
Oh, all right. Let's see here. Oh, no, come on. I can't do it.
All right, well,
it's fine.
Okay, we'll give that a little bit of a break turn. Well, hey, it's probably better that you didn't make, because I landed in this one, which means I have to give up a diamond.
To me?
Is it to you? I gotta check this.
I think it's supposed to be given over to me.
Place it back in the castle, not to you. Nice try.
Worth a try.
Okay, so we don't have anything to resolve over here unless you found some
I didn't make any more
mystic gold over there. Okay. When we last left the story, you got your start in HeroScape.
Yes.
And then, so you did some other things, and now you're at Plaid Hat.
Yes. Working on HeroScape, I met Colby Dowk, who's the owner of Plaid Hat Games. We had this website devoted to HeroScape fans and stuff, and I was a moderator on the website. And Colby was a member there, very creative, and we were all involved in tinkering with the game and making our own custom additions to the game. We just became friends, and then later on, we spun off and did some work for Wizards of the Coast on the D&D licensed version of HeroScape. And then Colby on the side had been designing his own game, and so he tried to pitch it around. He tried to pitch it to Hasbro, and they didn't take it. So he decided he's just going to start his own company to publish his game, because he felt like he was really onto something, and that was Summoner Wars, which is is like a huge.
He was onto something.
Oh yeah. Now it's in its second edition, which is just
it's fantastic. It really is.
So anyway, he spun off and started his own company, and then he realized, he needs more than just Summoner Wars, more than just one game to have a game company. And he asked me if I had been tinkering around with any of my own designs, and I had been. I'd been tinkering around with a little mouse adventure game, and he wanted me to pitch it to him, and told me not to show it to any other publishers, because he thought it sounded really cool, and that was how Mice and Mystics started
Mice and Mystics, that's so awesome. The two games that kind of gave Plaid Hat their big launch, are still very well beloved today, and so that company was built on a very strong foundation. Maybe later give us a little bit of a peek inside what's next for Plaid Hat?
Absolutely, we got tons of cool stuff.
All right, well, enough talking. I'll stop asking you questions for a little bit so we can play some more of the game. All right, you go first this time.
Okay, now I got a sideways goblin this time.
Yeah,
so,
give that a
he's
shot.
laying down sideways. This is going to be the trick right here. Oh, that's turbo.
Oh, 2 coins for me. Oh, you knocked the king off.
I knocked the king.
Does it count if you didn't knock the balcony off? If you made the king fall from the balcony or his roof with your catapulting, place him back on a roof of your choice, then take the balcony tile and put it in front of you. Oh, so you get that.
I get this right here.
And you get so that's going to give you a bonus depending on other rooms you land in.
Okay.
So you can put the king back on any of these tiles that you want. one of the roof tiles.
And what is? Oh, it's just the same thing. He knocked off.
Yeah. If someone else knocks him off, they get that to take that roof tile from you.
Okay, I'm gonna put it over there. Hide him behind there so you can't get him.
If you have the roof tile and you get a goblin in here, you get two extra diamonds if you have the roof tile. So it's beneficial to keep that for you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try. Oh. All right.
My gosh.
I also had a success though. I think I landed over here. Where'd you go? Over here? There it is. I overshot it. All right.
Mine's over there somewhere.
Yeah, I just gave it to you.
Oh, but there's one I landed inside.
Oh, here it is. Oh, here you go. Yeah, you got a diamond. You hit 2.
Right. Yeah, good.
That was a great hit. Right. Okay, so now I'm able to buy something. But you're not.
No.
Yet. So I've got 3. I could start on the...
I can kill a king, but I can't seem to buy another goblin, so...
I'm going to get me another goblin dude. Now, normally, you can only recruit 1 goblin per turn, but there is a room in here that if you get your goblin in there, you can recruit an extra figure. But it doesn't really matter at this point because we're broke. So I'm going to spend my money there for my 3rd goblin, and we can...
And now you have basically an unfair advantage, right?
Yes, I do have an unfair advantage, except it's fair because I used all my skill to get the advantage. So what have you been doing with your skill?
I've just been flinging. No, flinging and praying.
All right, go ahead. Go for your next fling.
I'm going to try the sideways goblin again because I think that's really working for me. It's really, and it's a new technique. I wouldn't expect you to understand.
I don't. Oh, you get to turn the castle whenever we're done here.
Okay.
So I'm going to come over here and see if I can get... Oh, good night. Let me do this one. Okay, there's a coin.
All right, I got another goblin coming.
All right, go for it.
Stand this guy up. He's going to get an arc, right?
Yeah, see if you can get into that castle. Oh, I'm going to try to get this in the tower. Just the right amount of... Okay.
Over the moon.
Went a little too high there. Okay. So before you rotate, I'm going to go ahead and grab my goblin here and get my coin.
I'm going to grab my guy and the two coins here because I'm going to be able to buy something now.
Just 1 coin here. And you've got all of your goblins back?
Not yet. I think there's another one.
Well, you only have 2. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, you're right. You get to rotate the castle 90, not like 90 degrees, but you can't turn it at an angle, but you can turn it as many times as you want.
I'm not sure I want to turn it. Do I have to turn it?
Well, you could turn it 360 degrees.
Okay, well, and you didn't even notice, but I did it.
You turned it?
Okay,
I didn't even notice.
I did. I want to keep my king
Okay.
I want to get him.
All right, so yes, you may now spend your coins if you want to.
Oh, I do. I definitely do. I'm going to buy 1 additional goblin for 3. And then I'll cash this in and get change, right?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
So you have quite a catalog, library of games that you've designed. We've talked about Mice and Mystics, some other popular games, Stuffed Fables, Comanauts. Stuffed Fables has an expansion. One of my favorites, Aftermath. What else have you got? Some of your more recent
Familiar Tales is my most recent one.
Familiar Tales is great.
And that's the first game that I designed that actually has a companion app that delivers all of the narrative and stuff like that.
Because all of your games have some kind of story-driven narrative element to them, right?
It's kind of a thing, yeah.
I'm curious how that process works. Like, do you write a lot of that? Like, do you come up with the story beats and the elements and then do a lot of the writing? Like, how does that, just the story part of the game, develop?
I usually do, I do creative writing just as like something to relax, and if I have a story that I feel is compelling, then I'll save it in my files. I'll save it in, I'll mark it as having some sort of merit, like this is a story that has, this idea's kind of got some cool, something I could build a game around. And then when game mechanics come to me, I go through my story seeds that I've made. I call them story seeds. I go through my story seeds and I just see if they mesh with any story seeds that I have. And then from that point on, I design them together. The story will wrap it around the game mechanics and the game mechanics sort of wrap around the story. So
I love that, because there's always been a question of, and I assure it's different for different designers, but it's like, what comes first? The idea, the mechanics, the theme, what? And just so I like that of how does this story work? How do you do this mechanically? And I love thinking of how that process works out. And certainly works well for you because you have such fantastic, mechanically driven narrative games.
thank you. I mean, it's a long process too because, for instance, Familiar Tales. I started writing the story of Familiar Tales before I wrote Stuffed Fables.
Whoa!
Like literally back before Stuffed Fables.
Wow!
And it was this story guy called The Inky Woods, and it was just about this wizard's familiars who have to take this baby into the woods to protect her, and then it's all going to take place in this this enchanted forest that's constantly changing.
Yeah, I'm laughing because I'm just thinking of like so many different situations that arise in that game where you're trying to keep this baby from crying so it doesn't alert all the the bad guys around there, and it's just like, oh, but it's so thematic. It works so well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
How about another round?
Absolutely. I got 3
You
goblins.
got 3.
now.
All right,
Yeah, I got
we're
3
even
and
now.
3 now.
Okay, I'm gonna.
We're actually pretty even. I got a crystal and a coin.
I've got a coin. I had to give my.
I kind of pulled out ahead then.
What just happened?
All right, I got my
I think
setup.
this table's rigged. Oh, you gotta lose. Look at you just bragging about your diamond. You gotta get rid of it. That'll teach you.
What is that?
Oh, you gotta give up
I
a
can do it in
diamond.
any order though, right?
That's true.
Oh,
Better. Watch myself before I start criticizing you.
Spin it before I lose it.
Oh, that was weird.
That was really close. You almost got it in there.
All right.
Okay.
So you go for it. You want to do your spin.
I'm gonna spin a crystal, and I'll just put it back in the supply here, and then I gain 3 coins.
3
from
coins.
that,
That's
right?
correct.
So
I get 2 coins from this guy.
and I gain an additional coin for having my dude in there, right? Yeah.
That's true. And this one over here is I pay 2 gold that I just got to get 2 diamonds.
All right.
Boom.
What do the diamonds do again?
Well, you need 20 of them to win.
Or
you can build this.
build your little
But yeah, what do diamonds do? They make you win.
or whatever. Hey, I'm missing a goblin. I had another one. Where did he land?
Oh, I saw this. I didn't get this guy out. Is he in here? There he is. That's right. He's in the one where you had to spend a diamond. But you don't have a diamond to spend.
Block him out of my mind. I got 5.
That's too much.
I know.
You can only buy 1.
It's out of control.
You can only buy 1.
Let's see here. What are the big one? What are these guys with the bags do?
So what they do is when you buy them, you get to put them on any roof tile, and every round that they remain up there, you just get a free diamond. It's like a free income thing.
I'm buying one of these guys.
Okay. Go for it.
It's a bargain. It's only 3.
Yeah, but I'm gonna knock them off first chance I get.
Nah, I'm gonna put him somewhere you.
If he falls,
your aim has been faulty.
That's true. If he falls, he has to go back.
Do I put him up there right now?
Yes, you put him up right now.
Can he be on the same spot as the king, or does
No,
it have to be,
1 per building, or 1 per tile. And I can't do anything. So let's go for it. Let's do another round.
Alrighty, here we go.
I'm gonna knock that goblin thief. Oh.
Whoa!
Oh, no way. This game's going to be over so fast. What is this? Oh, I can recruit another one with the money that I don't have.
Oh!
All right. 1 coin. Okay. Oh, you got another one?
I do. Oh, my gosh.
Well, that's a -1 diamond.
I know.
So you're about to get 5.
You just give me 3 then, and
Okay.
4. Give me 4 then.
4?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have any at all?
No.
Okay, so then I'll just give you 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. And then I get a coin. Oops, that doesn't count. Put it back however you want. And then
Put him back.
this guy.
Very stable like.
I can. Did my other guy? Oh, he's over there. Can you hand me my goblin?
Yes.
Thank you. And it says I can recruit a second time if I want, or can, and I cannot. So I have my 3 guys.
Is my guy still down there?
Oh, that's right. You can get him out.
You have to have little hands to play this game.
Well, and speaking of little, that's something that I'm curious about. Is a lot of your games they take place in a small environment that humans, have to look at from a different viewpoints. So mice and mystics, of course, you get turned into mice, and you're in this small thing. Como nuts, you're inside guy's brain. Stuffed fables, you're these small, stuffed animals or toys. And so I'm just curious what draws you to like that different environment than what's typical.
I guess it's, when I'm writing fiction, my favorite kind of stories to write are stories about a person going through some sort of experience that's transitional, that changes them. When you're designing a story-based game, there's two things you have to do. Like number one, and this is actually pretty challenging, by the way, for me, anyways. Number one, you have to make the story simple, and the best way to do that is to like stick with tropes and follow the classic storytelling arcs and stuff, and you have to keep the mechanics simple so that the players are not getting bogged down in mechanics, and you don't want to get bogged down in the story either. So
right.
My favorite kind of stories are stories about redemption and about people experiencing some sort of transition in their life. And I want the players, when they play my games, I want them to just feel transported into some sort of different perspective, like the perspective of a little mouse. If you think about mice, they're extremely fragile, and so the heroes of a huge epic adventure, the big heroes that have to save the world, are also the most fragile creature on the planet. So I think that kind of flipping the tables and having that perspective, I think, is what I like.
Yeah, and like the stakes for like Aftermath, for example, it's like a post-apocalyptic world, humans are gone, but you have all of the different animals kind of taking over, but just the way that you and your team were able to get down like on this level and look at these things that we see every day from a different perspective, as whether they're just objects or obstacles that you have to overcome, or you utilize something. It reminds me of Bug's Life, where like the people that did that got down and looked at the little tiny dandelion things that the ant would jump on and see what that. It's just looking at things from a different perspective is very fascinating and refreshing, I think, for gamers.
One of the big themes of Aftermath was environmental custodianship, and so I wanted people to think about excessive consumerism. I wanted to think about the creatures of our planet and what would it be like if we weren't around? Would they thrive, or would they, would they be like us? Like in the game, they become like us. They, they're fighting over resources and stuff like that. And it's just kind of a neat way of sort of flipping the tables and having the players be able to experience something that they could talk about and how it mirrors our real world, or sometimes it kind of shows the ugly side of our real world right back at us.
Absolutely.
So it's an interesting perspective. And
such a great tool to take a game that's made for fun, but also have a launching point for a really deep discussion. We're at a point now where we normally do not the looting, the recruitment, but you have 2 coins, correct?
I have two coins.
So we can't buy anything.
Yeah.
All right, you're already ahead of me. I'm going to see if I can make a good comeback.
Okay.
But you go first.
Ladies first.
All right. Don't mind if I do. 2 coins.
That's very good. I'm going to try and get it in the middle again here. Oh, rats.
You flew too close to the sun. Oh, -1.
Oh!
I'm done. This is another 5 for you. Oh, I almost had it. Whoa. And I almost knocked your... Oh, you should have got a...
I did.
Oh, you did get it for your income?
Yeah,
okay.
Nice.
All right. So here's my 2 coins. And then this is a 1 coin. But I also landed in the one where I have to give up a diamond. I might have to start going the route of building a totem. Because you are...
I get 6, so give me a 5.
That's a 5.
And I'll get a single one out of it.
Okay. Good night. All right, is he supposed to be... Did you move him? He was on this one, wasn't he?
No, there. He was there, but I had him turned this way to make it harder for you to like...
Oh, that's right,
showing
that's
his
right.
narrow side T.
All right, so let's see what we can...
Will you hand me that gobbo down there?
No, I won't.
He just lost.
So you gonna buy anything? You gonna recruit over there?
Oh yeah, you know it. I might get another.
I don't know.
What does this guy do?
So what he does is he works just like one of the smaller guys, but twice. Like he activates it. So if you land in a coin room, you get to do that thing twice. So if you landed him in here, you would get 10 diamonds.
What if I landed in that?
You'd have to give up 2 diamonds.
Oh my gosh, I'm always landing in that thing.
You are. Let me make
I
sure
think I'm
that
gonna get another one of these thiefy guys. These thiefy guys are doing me good.
The thievy guys are doing you good. Yeah, maybe I should. Mm-hmm.
This, I don't want to put him there because, I'll put him right here. You'll never get him right there.
That's gonna be so easy.
It's hard because you've been shooting so far now.
I have been. Watch my.
He's good.
I am going
He's
to
good.
buy the first level of my totem. See if I can. It's gonna be a race. I'm gonna put it right here.
Oh.
It's gonna be a race for me to build that before you.
You're just giving up on diamonds altogether.
Giving up on
you want this one?
I do.
Okay.
It's mine. I don't know why I did this. Get away from me. Okay. While you go, maybe I should ask you a question while you're playing, so I can distract you.
Sure.
All right. So my next question for you is: so you come up with a lot of these environments and these settings on your own. If you were to be given, someone came to you and said, Jerry, I want you to design a game based on blank, and it's any intellectual property, movie, book, TV show. If you could have your stab at any intellectual property, what would it be?
You know, I kind of shy away from IP because I like to be able to have my own thing. But there's a couple of IPs I would love to work.
Okay.
One is the Mutant Year Zero. Have you heard of Mutant Year Zero?
I don't think so. Is it like a comic?
It's a RPG system and graphic novels, and then they came out with a video game. And it's all not made in America, so it doesn't have high visibility here and everything. But I really love. I really want to work. I want to work with mutants. I want to work with like things that change and mutate.
Yeah.
Like in some sort of sci-fi fantasy kind of setting where your character can change and mutate and have mutations, and those mutations would create different effects and
that
stuff.
Could be really
I
fun.
would like to do that in my style.
Yeah,
my adventure, narrative style and stuff. I think it would be kind of fun and interesting.
I would love to see that, implemented into a game like that. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, and I love the IP in Year Zero.
Well, maybe I'll check. Do you recommend it? Should I check it out?
Yeah, I highly recommend it.
Okay,
I highly recommend it. And you know what? They actually have a miniatures game, a little miniature skirmish game coming out that I backed on Kickstarter.
Nice.
And I rarely back anything on Kickstarter, but I absolutely love Mutant Year Zero. So I'll play that with you when it
Let's do it.
So we can even film it if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to hold you to it.
That's great.
All right, I'll stop interrupting you. You go ahead. Actually, no, it's my turn.
Whoa, we almost collided in midair.
I think we have to do some kind of trade thing. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay. But I'm actually going to try to knock over your little thief here.
I know you're trying, but he's
this thief.
Dude, I'm like...
You
dominating here.
You are the one that's been practicing. You go buy this game so that you can be prepared.
I don't know. I get like 5 coins this turn.
Wait, is this the thing that makes us switch?
Switch what?
This is, if possible, steal a diamond from any other player. Oh, okay, so I get to steal a diamond from you.
Oh, shoot.
He's like, oh, what's... I could... Yeah.
I just take one of my thief diamonds. I get 2.
Okay, so I'll take one, and you get another. If I really only bought 3 guys, man, I'm doing terrible.
That's not right. I need to get...
So as a reminder, if someone gets 20 diamonds, they win. Or they build 4 levels of their totem, which Jerry is much closer. How many you got over there?
So, levels of totem?
No, diamonds.
I have 10 diamonds, but I'm going to get a couple more. Well, actually, I'm going to get 1 more, and you're going to get the other one. So
I already grabbed it.
Did you grab one for me?
No. Okay. I'm not going to accidentally give you extra. Okay. Maybe count on you for getting.
Actually, I'm going to trade in, so this will be easier.
Okay. Whoops. There you go.
There we go.
Okay, recruiting time. I'm going to buy another level of my totem. Look at that, I'm halfway there already. I got to stick with something, and I just don't know. Yeah, my totem.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I'm halfway there. I'm halfway there.
I'm going to need to spin this thing around here pretty soon. I can knock that thing down.
All right, let's do this again, and I'm going to try one more time.
Let's do it at the same time.
All right, 1, 2, go. Oh, I almost knocked yours off. So close.
All right.
Same thing. 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah.
I can steal it. Go away. Get out. You're
never inviting me again, are you?
I'm going to pick the game and surprise you with it. All right, go. Boom. Oh. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I got some things.
The turning, I still have 1 more gobbo. Oh!
Oh, I can't believe that's garbage.
Almost.
All right, so
Okay.
I'm going to steal a diamond from you,
Again?
please. Yes.
Lordy, we'll just take one of the two that I got.
Well, just give me that one.
Okay. I like that one.
All right, so you get 5 again because you have the dumb
6, 7.
7 of these? Oh,
Well,
but
I got these two guys.
so that makes you win, right?
No, I'm at 17.
All right, here's that, and here's me. I got a coin. Did you get all your guys?
I haven't. I got 2.
Now you're getting a bunch of money too. All right, so the current standings are I have 3 diamonds and 2 coins. And Jerry has 17 diamonds. And how many coins? 4?
4. You have to ask a lot of questions because I'm about ready to wrap this
I
thing
know,
up.
I'm not going to
buddy.
watch all of them. Oh, okay, I've got one more before the last one. So, are you going to buy anything?
I just did. Yes, I bought a 5th goblin.
You have all this left over? Did you turn your money in?
That's all that's left over. I paid for it already.
You paid, and you still have that much money left?
But there's nothing you can do with it, and I didn't get the buy multiples.
You can buy you can start your totem just in case as a backup.
But I had just bought a 5th goblin.
All right.
I think my strategy's fine.
I am not the one that should be
not.
criticizing your strategy. So I have a question that I'm curious about. So for every, you don't have to give me like an exact ratio, but like for every published design, how many games would you say do you still either like abandon or just put on the back burner? Like how many games are there that have not seen the light of day for everyone that has?
Right now I have like 4 or 5 that are at various different stages
Okay.
of development. But the vast majority of my ideas die on the vine before they actually even become, too much of a physical component.
Gotcha.
And what I normally do is I come up with an idea for some game mechanics, and then I make a little prototype, really cruddy prototype, just to test it all out and see if it works. And if it doesn't work, then it just gets trashed, or it gets put into my files, and it's like I might be able to use this idea for something, but it's like it's half baked. But sometimes I'll get an idea that gets past that stage where it's like, oh yeah, this is kind of cool, and then I try to take it to the next stage, and when I do, I find out that it doesn't work for what I want it to work for, and I stay in my lane. I don't really design outside my box because I just do what I think I'm best at. And
No flicking games.
no,
catapulting games?
a friend of mine and I thought about designing a dexterity game that was about gunfighters.
Okay.
And where you would have these wooden bullets. You line them up on your leg,
Okay.
right? So you have to play it sitting down. You have your bullets lined up on your leg. If you have 2 guns, you have them lined up on both legs, right? And
That's great.
you have a cowboy, and he's standing, and your opponent has a cowboy, and he's standing there. And you might have a wide-legged cowboy or a skinny cowboy or whatever, But when you draw, you basically just have to take a bullet off your leg and then flick it. If you have 2 guns, you take 2 bullets, and you flick them both, and you're trying to knock the other cowboy down.
Dual wielding. That's so much fun.
We were just laughing about it. We got to do this game, but we never did. I can't imagine that it would be a viable.
It would be a perfect candidate for the next episode of Q and Play. So I mean, if you want to work up a prototype,
Yeah, I should make a prototype, and then we'll play the
Yes,
prototype
we'll do
on
it.
Q and
yeah,
Play.
we'll get like some really cool perspective camera shots of like going down the dusty streets of a old west town.
Yeah, you could have like little cactuses and
Yeah.
stuff that are kind of like blocking and
Exactly.
things.
All right, I'm counting on you.
All righty.
Okay, I'm still missing a goblin, by the way.
Oh,
Did
you
I
are?
not get him? There he is.
there he is.
Oh, this is one. I have to pay
you-
2 coins for a diamond. Hey, look, I just happen to have 2 coins. I'm catching up.
Oh,
Got
boy.
about 4 now.
Oh boy,
This could be the end of the game.
it
right here.
really could be.
3, 2, 1, go! I just lost the diamond. And knock over your
yes. Failure to launch.
awful. Ooh!
Oh
Oh!
lordy.
Oh. Stakes are too high.
Oh, I lost the
choked.
diamond.
Winner!
When you got a lot of goblins, it becomes easier. I just discovered.
All right, well let's finish up here. Let's make sure. So he didn't do anything. He just went flying. I have to lose a diamond. This guy gives you 2 diamonds. Or this guy gives you a diamond. He gives you a diamond. Did I get any coins? No. Or these are all my guys. So you get 5 for this. Did you get that yet?
Not yet. No.
Since you have the balcony, and you get a diamond for each of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. But you do have to lose a diamond for this guy.
Okay.
Is that everybody? I already gave you...
Still missing a dude.
I already gave you stuff for him. So, where does that put you, Jerry?
I have 23 crystals.
Jerry has 23 crystals. I have 3. And only half of my totem built. So we do have a very clear winner. Great job, Jerry. Congratulations. You are the master of flinging those flying goblins.
Well, it's landing them in
That was and having the roof too. The balcony tile that really helped.
I don't know what it did for me, but
It gave you 2 extra every time you went in there.
oh,
Before we wrap up here, I want to give you one more chance to tell everybody about anything coming up from Plaid Hat. Anything for us to get excited, whether you're involved or it's team or what's going on. What can we
we're
look
all
forward to?
involved in everything. We're
Okay.
all involved. We're a very collaborative group. So earlier this year, we had Hickory Dickory
Yes.
came out, and it is our worker rotation game.
Yes.
So that's been getting a lot of good praise.
And we do have an unboxed video of that on the channel here. So if you want to learn more about the game, go check it out.
We have Red Rains from our Ashes line
Okay.
of card game line. It takes Ashes gameplay to a new level because it allows for cooperative play, and it just does some things with the game system that is new and fresh, and it also continues the line of the game because you can also play it competitively as well.
Right.
And we always have new releases for Summoner Wars. We have the Summoner Sagas coming up, which are going to be they're going to be great because you're going to be able to play Summoner Wars in a campaign style.
Oh, cool. That's
Yeah, so
awesome.
it's really, really cool. Our big game that's coming out this year is going to be debuting at Gen Con, and it's already getting some buzz. And it's in our Crossroads game line, which is Forgotten Waters, basically, that
Right.
we have. Forgotten Waters has been a huge hit. It's a laugh-a-minute pirate adventure. It's just hilarious. It's a comedy adventure. And this one takes it to the next level. And this one, you're an adventure, like a RPG adventuring group called Freelancers, and it takes place in this fantasy dystopia, like an alternate future. It has this great art. It's this like Saturday morning cartoon looking art,
love
and
it.
it's
That's
just
so good.
It's just funny as anything, and it has all the great voice acting and all that stuff that we're really sort of blazing trails in and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that comes out later on this year, and it's just a blast. So that's the big exciting stuff coming up.
Well, if you guys ever need anybody to, voice a silly character or just make a cameo, may I throw my hat in the ring?
Absolutely, absolutely.
My bald head in the ring? All right. Well, you know where to find me, right?
Of course,
right.
we all know where to find you.
Well, thanks so much for coming in and sharing about you and your journey and what makes you, think and how you process all of your amazing designs, and then also telling us about what's coming up for Plaid Hat.
Thank you for having me. This is fun.
And again,
I like winning.
Yeah.
It's rare for me, but
Well, not when you play with me. Well, maybe I should have you here more often. If you liked this video, if you like Jerry, why don't you give the video a like? And don't forget to subscribe to the Game Nerdz YouTube channel so you don't miss out on future episodes of Q and Play and other great tabletop gaming content. Until next time, I'm Spencer. See you later.
bye.